Passenger cabins available on cargo vessel. Passenger held in the airport with firearm and 7 selected from under-19 women's cricket team for regional camp. Good evening to you, Tobago. I am Odiko O'Neill and welcome to the Channel 5 News for today, Friday, the 21st of August, 2026. Truckers on the Inter-Island ferry can breathe a sigh of relief and enjoy a smoother, more comfortable ride on the MV Golden Cargo Carrier vessel. Public Relations Officer of the TNT Seabridge Truckers Association, Damien Edwards, says cabins have been released on a trial basis to truckers on August 20th.
And it is for the truckers at this time as a phase basis. So they have allowed truckers to use the cabin, and so far the truckers are satisfied. There haven't been any complaints or discomfort.
Edwards says the cabins are shared and there are 4 and 2-bed cabins on the inaugural voyage. With cabins, 36 beds were used, Edwards says, which represented about 9 cabins. Cabins will come available to all travelers after this phase, he adds.
In addition to that, these cabins, especially the toilet facility, is using what you call biodegradable toilet paper. And so that it is used to that. And just in case anybody, not only for truckers, but when they release all the other cabins to the traveling public, when you use it, you have to make sure that you don't put foreign objects inside of them. If you put foreign objects inside of them, the bridge is going to be aware.
Edwards says there are 70 cabins in total on the cargo ship, 50 4-bed and 19 2-bed cabins. President of the Seabridge Truckers Limited, Nicholas Manswell, says truckers have complained about the accommodation on board the vessel and 30 cabins have been made available. Manswell says the company will continue working closely with the Port Authority of Trinidad and Tobago to ensure truckers are comfortable. The MV Golden Carrier replaced the MV Blue Wave Harmony on the Inter-Island ferry crossing while undergoing maintenance. Historian Rita Pemberton says Emancipation Day, or African Liberation Day, and Indian Arrival Day are 2 distinct celebrations that ought to remain separate.
Yeah, the celebrations must be kept separate because they are 2 different activities in response to the activities pertaining to 2 different communities on the island. So African Liberation Day marks the end of the enslaved people's journey on the estates.
Pemberton says there is no need to coalesce a celebration to acknowledge shared pain, as mentioned by Professor Selwyn Cudjoe.
Indian Arrival Day signals the time they could get escape from the horrors with which they face in India and begin a new life in Trinidad as indentured workers. 2 different things, 2 different separations that I think is up to each group to determine how they want to separate, and not for any individual to impose any organization on either of them.
Professor Selwyn Cudjoe of the University of Trinidad and Tobago addressed backlash from opposition members and online commentators and questioned the division. Dismissing the complaints, Professor Cudjoe says, quote, that working together does not take away the competitive pain. Who get more pain? Was slavery worse than indentureship? Who cares? They were both bad against the mind, end quote. Pemberton says the issue is not collective pain or even comparing the events, but about commemorating full intensity. UTT held a sold-out Emancipation Day event earlier this month, celebrating freedom, featuring Indian music and dance performances by Shiv Sangeet School of Music and Susan Mohip, in addition to other artists at the National Academy for the Performing Arts in Port of Spain. Secretary of Strategic Planning and Development, Trevor James, has given an update on the Scarborough redevelopment project. He says businesses have expressed interest in the project.
We are making progress. There are entities that are very interested in building the project. But again, we need authority because as it is, we are trying to set up meetings with the Port Authority, with the Ministry of Works and Transportation in Trinidad, to meet with the Port Authority, because the Port Authority of Trinidad and Tobago, through this company that they have, owns half a mile out to sea from Crooks River, half a mile down Milford Road, and in that arc, that is owned by the Port Authority. The THA, even with their 6-mile administrative responsibility, can't go into that area.
He explains that there are challenges which the Tobago House of Assembly encountered with the Scarborough redevelopment project.
Those are the kinds of things that slow down the projects and make execution challenging and difficult.
Okay.
And so if the port project during construction will have employed 300 people, and after construction employ another 150 people, all of that is delayed because of those kinds of things. And all of that prevents a private sector from developing. Think about the logistics on the port, the importation on the port, all the services that the port will need to function. All of that can't happen.
We'll take a break and come back with more news for you next.
Credit Union.
You can make your goals unfold, go get it. You can live your dreams on the team, let's do this. You can get the help you need to succeed. Which run Credit Union, you can believe that you can achieve it. Today you can live that dream. Pull up to the job and surround your wheels. Run Credit Union. Yes, you can, yes, you can.
Come in and live your best life today with Rand Credit Union.
Welcome to the speed round of getting money right. Let's begin. Name some of the red flags associated with an investment scam.
Pressure tactics to invest.
Correct.
Promise of money if you bring friends.
Correct.
Request for personal information.
Correct. Bonus question. What is the penalty for operating a pyramid or Ponzi scheme?
$10 million and 10 years in prison.
Correct. Well done. The scores are even, so we go to our tiebreaker question. You receive money in your account from an investment company, and they tell you to transfer it to a third account. Does that sound right?
I think about it, and that's not right.
Congratulations, you tinker. Getting Money Right is brought to you by the TTSEC. Visit investigateTT.com to access free learning resources and check the TTSEC for a list of registered individuals and securities. The Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. You invest, we protect, everyone benefits.
Hey, it's you. Come in. Long time I see you. This station complete. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Steven to see about them. Yeah. Total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about that. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla. I thought it was your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two, better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. All right. Let me see the moves for later.
Before you ramage, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
A male passenger traveling from JFK International Airport in New York on Saturday was charged at the Powerboat International Airport after officers of the Customs and Excise found in his possession one Ruger firearm, one magazine, and 12 rounds of .380 ammunition. In its August 21st statement, Customs and Excise stated the accused appeared before a master of the High Court on Tuesday, 18th of August 2026. The charges were laid indictably, and the accused was not called upon to enter a plea. He was remanded into custody and is scheduled to reappear before the court on the 9th of September 2026. According to the statement, the passenger was formally charged under the Customs Act, Chapter 7801. 5 bandits stormed the home of a Bagatelle businessman on Wednesday morning, stealing cash, bank cards, and electronics. According to the reports, the 50-year-old victim, Anthony Woods, a masked assailant, pointed a rifle at him while another man had a pistol directed at his son, who was sleeping nearby. 2 other bandits were armed with cutlasses. The men demanded jewelry before striking Woods on the head and body with their weapons. The bandits searched the room and found 2 bags containing $3,400 TT and US $14,000 bank cards, a United States driving permit, and a local driving permit. Police are continuing investigations. Chairman of the People's National Movement, Marvin Gonsalves, is holding the position that there are more questions than answers concerning the leave taken by Commissioner of Police Alistair Guerrero. In a Facebook post, the Member of Parliament says the questions raised in the public domain remain valid questions on behalf of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. He hopes that the questions can be answered. He said, quote, "I do hope that the Commissioner is not ascribing sinister political moves as the main reasons for asking legitimate questions. The questions were posed to the Minister of Homeland Security and the Prime Minister as to whether he, the Commissioner of Police, was out of the jurisdiction and what steps were put in place to have an acting Commissioner of Police appointed during his absence," end quote. The PNM MP calls on Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar to explain why the Parliament was not convened to appoint an acting Commissioner of Police in the absence of Guerrero. Gonsalves questioned whether the Police Commissioner's trip overseas always intended to be a state secret, never to be known to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. The Fire Services Association 2nd Division says it continues to receive concerns from retired fire officers regarding payment of pension. President of the association, Keon Guy, made the disclosure in a Facebook post. The association says the retired fire officers are concerned about prolonged delays in the processing of pensions and other terminal benefits. The association says it has formally submitted a Freedom of Information request, the FOI request, seeking data on retirements between 2020 and 2025, including the number of retired officers who remain on the $3,500 interim pension. The association says the information from the FOI request will assist the association in establishing the true extent of the backlog and determining the appropriate interventions required. Guy notes that officers who have given decades of service should not be left waiting years for their pension and terminal benefits. The association says it will continue to pursue this matter and keep members informed. Sports news is next.
Cathedral Credit Union is celebrating big. Get up to $81,000 at just 0.8% interest with our anniversary loan. And because Christmas is in the air, we're spreading cheer with up to $60,000 at only 1%. Visit cathedralcutt.com or call 235-6947 today. Cathedral Credit Union. Member-owned, member-focused.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Escape to elegance at Le Chateau Suites Tobago. Gated privacy, breathtaking villas, unforgettable memories, where Caribbean dreams become reality.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash in transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Welcome back. Following their impressive unbeaten performance and championship in the Cricket West Indies CWI Rising Star Under-19 Women's Competition, 7 players from the Trinidad and Tobago national team have been selected in the 22-member contingent 2-week high-performance training camp in Antigua. 5 players have been chosen from runner-up and Barbados, 4 players from the Leeward Islands and 2 from the Windward Islands, Jamaica and Guyana. The camp got on the way on August 17th and will run until August 29th. CWI will have the opportunity to evaluate and develop players who could form part of the Caribbean region's squad for the 2027 International Cricket Council Women's T20 World Cup. High-performance manager and cricket professional Dane Gill says the objective of the camp is to help the players understand not only how to perform, but how to prepare, compete, and handle the pressures that accompany higher-level cricket. 19-year-old all-rounder Rainiel Reid, the lone Tobagonian in the 14-member national team, was not selected in the 7 of the high-performance training camp, but wishes her teammates all the best. Trinbago Knight Riders TKR continue their quest for their 6th Caribbean Premier League CPL Championship title on Saturday, August the 22nd. They play their 3rd game against Antigua and Barbuda Falcons at the North Sound. Game time at 7 p.m. They play again on Wednesday, August 26th against the St. Lucian Kings at the Queen's Park Oval in Port of Spain. Game time is at 7 p.m. Meanwhile, Tobago Night Riders alumni and all-rounder Dwayne Bravo and Trinidad and Tobago commentator Ian Bishop are the inaugural inductees in the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League Hall of Fame. The pair will be honored at the Hall of Fame Gala dinner in Barbados on September 15th. Bravo is the first player to receive this honor, while Bishop is being recognized in the non-player category for his sterling contribution to the tournament since its inception and launch in 2013. Bravo says, quote, "It is a real honor to be the first player inducted into the CPL Hall of Fame. This tournament has been a huge part of my career, and I will always treasure every title I've ever won here," end quote. In other news tonight, owner and operator of the Powerboat called Timeless Tobagonian Gillan Smith won in the 60 miles per hour category at the Great Race. He says the victory did not come without challenges the day before the races. The team arrived late because they were trying to get the engine working properly.
On Friday, when we were testing, we damaged the power head. And water came up into the engine and went into 2 cylinders and damaged the block. So I got a block borrowed from a good friend of mine. We stayed up all night into Saturday morning early and put the power head on. So we just was a scramble. It was 6 o'clock and we weren't even ready to the engine yet. We didn't even start the engine yet.
Wow.
And the race was scheduled to start at 7:25, our race.
Wow.
So the fortunate part is that the beginning of the start is about 1/4 mile from my marina. So we just have to jump in the boat and head straight out to the start.
He further explained what the Great Race preparation entails.
We have to run 5 regattas. We have to qualify for 3 of them in order to not have a penalty for the race. So we ran 3 regattas so that we would not have any penalties. So we would start with the pack. So you have to prepare your boat from as the last regatta finished, which was in July. Right? So its preparation is you have to make sure your engine working proper, your taps working, your bow tank, everything have to be up to tip-top shape.
Smith was speaking as a guest on the Rise and Shine morning show. And now let's take a look at our weather forecast. Weather tonight, conditions will be fair to partly cloudy with a few isolated showers. Tomorrow, expect partly cloudy to cloudy skies with a few showers or periods of rain and a risk of street or flash flooding near heavier showers and thunderstorms. Seas slight to moderate. Winds east to southeast 5 to 30 kilometers per hour. Waves in open water 1 meter to 1.5 meters. In sheltered areas less than 1 meter. Occasionally choppy. High tide is at 10:50 a.m. Low tides is at 4:51 a.m. and 4:25 p.m. Sunrise is at 5:53. Sunset is 6:18, and tomorrow's temperatures should reach a maximum of 30 degrees Celsius or fall to 24 degrees. Before we go, let's recap tonight's headlines once again. Passenger cabins available on the cargo vessel. A passenger held with firearm at the airport, and 7 selected from the under-19 women's cricket team for regional camp. And this is where we leave you here at the end of another week here on Channel 5 News. On behalf of our news team and our technical crew, I am Odika O'Neill, wishing you a good night.